This is by 3,193 miles.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Happy
No.
Pride Month. Yeah, gay people.
Yay.
Slay. Queen or
Yeah, we
whatever
should put a rainbow in the background.
people's lingo is. You know what's funny? The clothes that they sell during Pride Month. Like the companies are so supportive that they put slay or queen on the piece of clothing.
It's so funny because I was in Penny today and they had their whole Pride Month line and it was so embarrassing.
They think they're trying to like be on your side just for 1 month and then they just remove everything, Pride related. This is the first time that we've filmed like a week after and not
the first. We've done it
like
before.
after a long time.
True.
Let's hopefully get used to this because both of us literally forgot. Like not forgot, but since we used to do since we used to do like 1 week we would record, 1 week we wouldn't. Then the next week, so it's like we would have
we'd record on a Monday or something.
Oh yeah. So we would basically have 2 episodes per month. And we're supposed to have 4 per month. This is also our 10th episode. That's a 2-digit number.
Yeah, whoa.
We've made it to the 2-digit. I can't speak good today. I
just
try to
want to
make something out of myself today. I even poked myself in the eye while putting on mascara. So I'm kind of like blind out of my left eye. But I'm going to push through it.
It was my left eye for me today as well. Oh my gosh, I hate putting on mascara for my left eye because it's so like it doesn't look the same as my right eye.
Mm-hmm. Same with eyeliner.
No, for me, eyeliner, I don't care. But it's just the fact that my eyelashes are not the same. They don't cooperate the same.
Yeah, never symmetrical. You got to deal with it either way. Unless like you're a perfectionist like me, I will like try to.
I redid my mascara on my left eye like 10 times today.
I experienced the same thing every time I try to do my makeup. But besides the point of makeup, today we'll be talking about how people have the need to look or act the same as others so that they don't feel left out. And from personal
people just want to fit in
experience, yeah. I compare myself not as much as I used to, but there's definitely still some times where I'll get insecure and then try to
compare yourself to the Instagram models that get plastic surgery every week.
It's like some of them don't even admit to having plastic surgery, so you think that they were born that way. And
you should never think they're born that way. It's not Lady Gaga. We don't know.
I was born this way.
Lady Gaga has also had plastic surgery.
Yeah, she probably definitely had it done. We talked about social media and Instagram models in episode 2, so if you want to check that out, go listen to that. Basically, just comparing yourself to other people when you have your own uniqueness to yourself, and you shouldn't compare your beauty to somebody else's. Like everyone has different things that's prettier to themselves. Okay. Done. I'm done explaining. I'm done. I'm not gonna speak anymore. I'm gonna leave it up to
No.
Oh, I'm I'm just so out of it today.
It's okay, just
Breathe.
breathe. I don't know.
Meditate during this episode. Comparing your own beauty to one another is just disrespectful to yourself. And you should
Yeah, I so
love
totally
yourself.
don't do that.
Me neither. I don't know what I was talking about earlier that I compare myself. Never done that. I totally
Yeah, I
love
totally
myself.
wouldn't do that.
But, I'm going to try to encourage whoever is listening or watching.
Encourage other people, but don't do it yourself.
Yeah. When you're not feeling good enough, you're more prone to just look at other people's successes more than you, even though you have your own path to endeavor. Don't look at me like that. You're judging me so hard right now. And
I just don't know what you're saying.
what do you mean you don't know? I'm literally
I
saying
think I'm just not like fully in this world right now. Mentally, I'm not here.
mentally I was never here. I'm just rambling.
Mentally, I'm dead.
Okay. I don't think we should have had started a podcast in the first place, I think
Maybe not. Maybe not. It's okay.
if you're thinking of starting a podcast, don't. Honestly,
No.
it's a waste of time. I'm kidding. I mean, we obviously love talking, but then we have moments like
I
this
love talking. Oh my gosh, I love talking.
where
I could.
we just our minds are empty. I don't know
They're
what the
brain
fuck is going
dead.
on. As soon as I sat down for this, I'm just no
Maybe you're
thoughts.
not motivated to do a podcast at the moment.
I wrote down all this shit and I have to do it either way, I like it or not.
No, you don't have to. If you don't like it, you can just quit it. Like,
Then it's just gonna be you.
yeah. No, don't leave me.
Okay, let's
You leave, I leave.
let's end this. I'm gonna leave. You're gonna just continue. Bye,
No,
guys.
I'm leaving. If you're leaving, I'm leaving.
All right, continuing on with comparing myself. I remember when I was also younger, literally, I would look at other girls' handwriting and copy theirs because I hated mine and I wanted to feel included with like the popular handwriting. I don't know how to explain it, but it was either like small letters, like really tiny, or like humongous letters and just in a weird, specific handwriting that everyone had. And I wanted to have that as well.
I changed my handwriting when I moved to England because I thought my teachers wouldn't be able to read it, and now I regret it so much because I love my handwriting. But it's still okay-ish now.
I love your handwriting. It's the Virgo Mercury that's, wanting, I guess, my writing to look pleasable to my eyes. I don't.
But then again, every handwriting, as long as it's not messy, it's okay. Like, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
And even
it
when
just
it's messy, it can look good. Like,
annoys me.
I hate when people write really, really messy and then they give you their notes or something, and then you can't read a single thing, and then you don't want to ask them. It's just like,
What is this word right here that you wrote? I
Yeah.
can't tell
oh my
what
gosh,
that
I can't read
says.
one of my teacher's handwritings. So whenever he writes something on the board, I don't know what it says.
Or even like, I don't know if you could explain it, like doctor handwriting, like whatever they scribble on the paper, it's like
My mom and sister keep saying
not
I have
readable.
doctor handwriting, and I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? You can actually read it.
I know. I mean, it's basically cursive, but like a weird type of cursive.
Very old type of cursive.
Have you seen
Not-
Russian letters
Yeah.
in cursive? They're
Yeah.
literally like it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
My
know how
mom
people
knows
can.
how to do that.
Oh my god! And just that.
I sometimes have copied people's handwritings. Like, if I see someone like write a letter in a really neat way, I'll train my hand into writing it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So my handwriting is always evolving.
That's how it was for me as well. But then just like even writing the notes for this episode, I do care sometimes because I want to be able to read it, but at the same time, like, I guess it's less important to me as it was before.
Yeah.
I guess people comparing themselves with anything like clothes or body types or even handwriting is just to feel comfortable within their environment, to not feel left out.
It's not even to feel left out, it's just to feel like you're a part of something. Which is something I hate because I used to have that and I used to think that, oh, if I don't like dress this certain way, if I don't talk this certain way, no one will like me because I'll be classified as an emo. So thank you, Ireland, for your very nice stereotypes of if you don't dress like a cow, you're an emo.
When you weren't even like dressing up as emo.
Does this look emo to you?
No,
Exactly.
but it's like society has kind of, well, not
Every
whole of
country has like
society.
different like
Yeah.
expectations of the way people should look, and it's very not healthy in some countries because some countries just care about it way too much.
Mm-hmm. And they
But
kind of
also
put
depends
you
on the people.
in like a box that you should have X,
Yeah.
Y, Z to be
I hate
accepted.
that people just put others in boxes. Like, just don't do it. Like,
Yeah.
there's no point in it. Like, it doesn't harm anyone realistically, right? So go for it. Like, don't do it because it's just pointless.
That's why I feel like sometimes it feels weird to step out of that box because then you feel more lonely. And even though it's like nothing wrong with stepping out of the box, like the common, you know, way of
Yeah.
dressing up or looking like you said, you feel more part of it when contributing to looking the same as others rather than
Basically, we all just have a very big sense of wanting to fit in, not fit in, to be a part of something. So if we don't feel like we're a part of something, we're just going to change ourselves until we feel like we're a part of something, no matter what group it is in, no matter how you dress, act, or anything, you want to fit in with that certain group, and that's why you act like that.
wow, she is a psychologist. The psychologist.
I don't even need to go to college for psychology. I'm just already a professional.
What
Oh
else?
my gosh, that reminded me. When I was like really, really young, I really wanted to be a professional singer. And I used to always sing very horribly. I'll just add that, very horribly. And I thought, I was like convinced I was going to be the next Ariana Grande.
Oh, no, me too. Like
I'm not.
even just singing in the shower, I think I sound so good because of like the echoing kind of in the shower, whatever it gives you. And as soon as I step out, I'm like, ooh,
Unfortunately,
not quite.
I, I, I still think I can find a fucking recording of me and my friends singing from when we were like 11. And it was for a music project thing. And we had to practice, we had to record ourselves singing to make sure we sound okay because we had to perform in front of the whole class. And then we sang so loudly and confidently by ourselves. When it came to us singing in the class, we were so quiet. I couldn't even hear what my friend was singing. So I didn't know when I need to start singing, when I need to stop, and all that.
That must have been hard.
Uh,
Like,
the teacher didn't. Yeah, the teacher kind of shouted at us, but it was fine. It was fine.
I remember
I
like
didn't
on
like that
my
music teacher anyway.
old iPad, I have this video of like me and my two other friends singing What Does the Fox Say? Because it was trending. And we
I think
literally were like,
mine
What
was
does the fox say? Ding ding ding. Ew. Ew.
as
Yeah.
for me, we had to like learn a tune on the ukulele or piano and then mix like three songs together or four songs together or something like four verses or choruses from songs and sing it. And gosh, our choices were horrible. I think one was like an Ed Sheeran song. I don't remember what else, but no, it was bad. But it was probably a school thing, so I can't really be like, oh, like I shouldn't have ever done that 'cause I was forced into doing it.
I was probably like 9 when I sang that ridiculous song. I don't even know how it got popular.
I don't know, but it was kind of good though. And it's
I
kind of
guess it
hard,
was
it's still
catchy.
good. Oh no, it's stuck in my head. Thank you, Claudia.
So there's this experiment called the monkey experiment. I saw this on TikTok.
Have you ever heard of the monkey stepladder experiment? All right, you've got 4 monkeys, a ladder, and a bunch of bananas. Naturally, one of those monkeys is going to try to get those bananas, right? But imagine that there was a system in place to which any time that a monkey tried that, the other monkeys would get rained on. And no one likes to get rained on, so the monkeys start associating the ladder and getting the bananas with rain, and therefore they beat up any monkey that tries to get those bananas. Now let's say you start introducing new monkeys like this one with the jacket. He's fresh out the jungle. He doesn't know anything about this system, right? The OG monkeys reinforce that existing system, and the new monkey learns, okay, cool, none of us go get those bananas. He learns that bananas equal pain. Now imagine that we bring in more new, fresh, straight from the jungle monkeys, right? And the same thing happens over and over. Each new monkey tries to get the bananas and quickly learns trying to get the bananas equals pain. There will eventually become a time when all of the monkeys in this room have never been rained on, but they've been programmed to reinforce this system. These monkeys don't even know why the system exists, but if you could ask them, they would probably say, that's just the way it is. So the next time you bring up something that's absurd about the system and someone tells you that's just the way it is, ask them this.
As you saw or listened, basically these monkeys got punished for something they don't even understand the concept of. Like the monkeys that were placed into this experiment at first, the monkey grabbed the banana and then the other monkeys got punished for it. And then as soon as they kicked out one of the monkeys and put in a new one, that monkey did not know what was going on, but still got punished for something they didn't understand what was going on. And if you put that like into a real life situation, sometimes people just say, oh, it's just the way it is, without an explanation. Just sometimes wanting an explanation but not getting one, and it's frustrating that it's just the way it is. But it could obviously, the concept of it could be changed. It's like not following others, I guess, and like I said before, like stepping out of the box and choosing your own
Mind
decision,
over.
over what everyone else thinks.
And like, what I got from that experiment was that aggressive behavior to enforce the system is the only way that it will work most of the time, apart from a lot of the time.
Yeah. So that's why also like the monkeys were afraid and like just didn't want to get.
Basically, fear. It's just playing on fear, and that's basically the experiment is explaining how the government is. Exactly how the government system is.
Another example of people like looking at others and like acting the same way is an experiment I saw on the Netflix show 100 Humans. And basically, actors and actresses were put into a waiting room. And they knew what was going on in this experiment. And an actual patient
there was a control.
came into the waiting room. So they didn't know what was going on. So this like signal or alarm like came on, and all the actors and actresses just stood up. And the patient was like, what's going on? And they just stood up with the actors and actresses.
Yeah, I have to interrupt, but this side of my hair is straighter than this, isn't it?
Sure. And as the signal like finally ends, they sit back down. And one after another, the names of the actors and actresses are being called. Then more actual like real life patients come into the waiting room. And of course, the people before who have seen the actors and actresses stand up, they just keep on doing the same thing without knowing why they're doing it until the whole waiting room is finally filled up with just actual patients and no actors nor actresses. So it's literally just the patients standing up whenever the signal is being put on and then
Sounds
sitting
like
back down.
America.
Stop.
Sorry. It sounds like America because you all have to learn the pledge or something, and then you have to do it every day or something like that.
Yeah. We know why we do it, but it's like, it's not gonna really.
It's not gonna help anything, is it? Like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna boost your economy. It's not gonna make the laws better. It's not gonna make the place safer.
Yeah.
It's just you being patriotic to a shitty country.
What this experiment was trying to show is that, like, not even knowing why they're doing it, but just to once again fit in. They didn't want to ask or be judged. They just did what others were doing. And
Oh, he's yelling at me.
Vivita's turning into a furry.
No, he's yelling at me and I have to meow back or he won't understand me.
Oh. Do you know that cats only meow at like humans in order to communicate something?
I know, he's asking to go outside.
Oh, she's the cat whisperer. But seeing myself put into that type of experiment, I would probably do the same thing as just following everyone else. Because I would feel not necessarily afraid, but like judged for asking when there's nothing to be afraid of asking. And I don't know, like I said, it's been kind of taught to not ask unless you're spoken to, if you've ever heard that phrase. And
it's not that hard. Actually, yes, it is.
Viv just went against herself and then she's like, oh, wait a second, never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if I say that, my friends will be like, okay, so do this, do that. And I'll be like, no.
But we have to learn to go against what
Go
society
against
thinks,
the norm,
or
people, cut your hair, shave your head. Actually, don't.
unless you actually really want to.
But no, I, ugh.
Sometimes I
And
would
then
really want to
shave
shave
the
my head,
Same. I almost did it once.
but I know I would be like crying because it's so hard just growing it all out again.
Yeah,
It
I know
takes
the
pretty
pain.
long. But it's okay to go against what society thinks. And sometimes
No,
you're
it's
even
not. Don't.
don't do it. Actually, don't do it. Don't listen to us at all. Don't listen to us throughout this whole episode. Sometimes we're even going against ourselves. Like literally, most of the time, I'm going against myself and my morals.
Big one. No, I'm joking. I'm not a hypocrite. I've been called a hypocrite many times. I'm like, how the hell am I a hypocrite?
I literally admit to most of my mistakes, I think. I would hope so, because otherwise...
You recognize your mistakes. So like,
Yeah, even if you do something wrong, admitting to it is better than just saying, like, no, I didn't. What are you talking about? And like
just admit it
gaslighting.
and be like, yeah, I didn't, so what?
If you're evil, just say, yep, I'm evil.
Exactly. It's not that hard. Just admit it to yourself. It'll be easier.
Literally, listen to Vivita.
Or don't. I give bad advice. I think. I don't know.
I guess the both
Never
of
listen to
us.
my own advice. Is it bad that I give people advice, but I don't listen to my own advice just because I don't give it to myself. I give it to other people.
Because it's easier to tell other people advice rather than yourself. You're just more prone to be kind to others, but not kind to yourself. Unless you really love yourself.
I mean, some of the advice.
Or unless you're a
is
narcissist,
probably-
then you don't really care about other people's feelings.
No, I care more about other people's feelings than mine.
Same.
I would say high five, but like we're a bit far.
Do you know how much I actually hate myself? And I'm just, maybe as much as I hate myself, I'm trying to use reverse psychology on you guys to love yourself.
What?
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Similarly, I am a victim to falling for micro trends.
You're a victim.
Yeah, many of us are because of TikTok and social media.
Don't worry.
Even my whole outfit, I just realized it could be considered like a part of the micro trend, like the butterfly embroidery, butterfly clips, even this like necklace I got, I don't know when, probably
You
from
could consider this
Shein.
necklace a micro trend because crystals were a big micro trend.
Mm-hmm.
There's this really cute top in Bershka, right? But he has fake crystals on it, so I don't want to get it.
Oh.
So cute.
Also, some other things that could be some other things that could be considered a micro trend are bunny hats, pink cowboy hats with the tiara, bucket hats, geometric cut-shaped ruffly tops, tie-dye shirts, swirly marble pattern tops, cow print, and or zebra print. Stop pretending to be a freaking furry, and now adding to that, you're just becoming one. Oh, what about the bunny hat? I'm not gonna wear mine, even though I have one as well. So cute. And obviously people could still wear the things I just obviously
Some
mentioned.
people actually pull off like the bunny hat, and they're so cute. And they're so ugly on me, and I'm like, can you work?
But it's lost popularity, and obviously I say obviously
Yeah,
a
because
lot.
micro trends only
Less seen.
rise. Okay, I hate this because micro trends before TikTok used to last 3 to 5 years, but now they last like a month because of TikTok speeding up the process of going through micro trends.
Or even like less than a month, like a week at most. Because it just goes so quickly. And I also
I was doing research on why micro trends appear, but I didn't find anything. Or I probably just didn't look carefully enough. Got bored of reading all the articles. And I found out that there's a thing called macro trends.
so what's the difference?
So micro trends rise in popularity incredibly quickly, but fall out of taste even faster. Due to TikTok, it's very quickly, but usually it lasts like 3 to 5 years. But macro trends are pervasive and persistent shift in the direction of some phenomenon on a global level, and they usually last 5 to 10 years.
When seeing clothes or items, jewelry, and whatnot being shown on TikTok, which is a big app, of course, you're more
Sorry,
prone
I'm not
to
laughing at you. I just feel Lucifer.
buying it because you want to fit in. And as soon as you buy so-called item, then it literally goes out of style, and now you have something in your closet that you won't wear ever again, most likely.
So sad.
And I have so many clothes that I haven't even worn from 2 years ago because I used to like the
don't.
Y2K fashion, but of course I lost, you know.
Yeah. I don't even know what I like anymore. I just wear what I like.
Yeah. Buy something you know that's gonna last forever and not just something from a trend.
Yeah, build a capsule wardrobe.
I don't know if it's just me, but like originality isn't like so many of the ideas are already taken. So like trends are basically like coming back from the past and to now, or it's like people copy others and there's just no
Originality anymore. People, please stop doing this. It's so annoying. No, I don't care.
because it's like there's no other things to create because they've already been created, I guess. And also like going
Like,
to thrift stores
obviously, not everything has been created, but like it's very hard to find something new that hasn't been
and to think of
created.
a new idea. I went to so many thrift stores and just seen Sheen on the rack. Literal
I
Sheen
haven't,
clothing.
but that's only because I go to like vintage stores.
Mm.
No.
You could see that how much Sheen clothing, or how do you call that type of clothing? Fast fashion? You can see
Yes.
how long it sustains until you see it in a literal thrift store where it's just
I have a couple things from Shein, but I still wear them.
no, like same. Like honestly, of course it's cheap, so you're more prone
To
to
buy
buying
it,
it. Yeah.
but
But
it's so bad for the environment, and I hate it. But I buy stuff sometimes, not all the time.
the only exception to you buying it is if you literally don't have the money to buy higher end products. So like a $40 shirt. You'd obviously want to buy a shirt that's like
But
for
let's talk about
$10.
the fact that even the $40 shirts will be using child
Literally.
labor.
Yeah.
I looked at child pornography and I was like, wait, what?
There's not even like a way out of it unless you're buying like Gucci, I guess.
No, Gucci still uses it.
Okay, well we're fucked. So but even then you see like
It's very hard
$600
to
Sheen
find
haul. Like what are you buying $600 worth of Sheen clothes for?
I could think of so many things.
Obviously, but
I'm
you could,
sorry.
if you have that money, you could buy higher end stuff. Like
I'm sorry. I have so many things I want from Shein, but I want to find like better alternatives that are not as bad for the environment. But everything I find is still using child labor and it's still damaging the fucking environment and it's so bad.
even like so
I
much
can't afford
jewelry.
you Depop girl fucking sewer people. You guys are expensive.
Jewelry I bought
Oh my gosh, the quick
from
businesses.
jewelry I bought from Sheen, I don't even wear anymore because it's like out of style, which is
I don't have jewelry from Shein.
like the beaded typed smiley necklaces. They were like trendy, and I don't wear it because it's like I don't like them.
I
And
just don't like most things anymore that I used to like.
mhm. So just buy something that you know will last you a long time and that you'll keep
Yeah, that's why I
re-wearing.
just started buying new clothes.
If you want to change up your clothing, just make sure that I guess you could donate it instead of just like throwing your clothes out. Because then why are you buying all
Yeah,
that
I'm
clothes
donating my
for?
clothes soon. Oh my gosh, I have so many clothes I need to donate, and I finally got a little thing in my mail being like, oh, like if you need to donate clothes like this day, and I'm so happy.
Moving on to being, I guess, influenced by other people in TikTok, celebrities can even advertise products that they haven't
That's
even
why they get
used.
paid.
Yeah, they just think about the money. They don't even use the product and they're like, oh, it's
I
so
do it.
good
I
for
do
you.
that. I do that. If you want to sponsor me, I'll lie. Give me a script, and I'll say it. I am so good at acting.
It depends though.
Actually, no,
Like,
loads of companies give their like if they sponsor people, they'll give a fucking script of exactly how you have to do it. Especially with TikToks, and it's so fucking weird. And I'm like, no,
and
like
it's so
can the
easy
person
to
not
get
get creative freedom?
people to indulge into the products that they're advertising because, oh, look, I'm a celebrity. If I'm using it, you should be using it too.
It's
And
just that young kids are easy to influence because if they love you enough, like if you
yeah,
influence them enough, that's why you're an influencer then.
they'll want to own the same products that the celebrities are using, but they don't even use it. They
That's
probably like
why
throw it out.
it's on the person, like, or like they buy like I don't fucking know, like Kim K, like what has she made popular? I don't know, but she made Skims. I think everyone's buying Skims now. But people find like I've been seeing on TikTok, people have found better, way better and cheaper
Yeah.
dupes for Skims that work so much better. And apparently the sizing's fucked. I don't know. I've seen that on like 3 TikTok.
And even like skincare products like Kylie Jenner's skincare line, like
Just a skincare line?
yeah.
Bro, I'm
People
never buying that one.
I think Kylie Jenner and both Millie Bobby Brown, they were like pretending to use their skincare when nothing was even in the bottles. They were like, "Oh, look at how moisturizing it is," and then their hands are literally dry.
Going to start with, first of all, shaking the Zero Chill Face Mist. Done and done. And then we are going to start with the Get That Grime Scrub. I'm really excited to use it because I do still feel some of the makeup on, and I know that this will fix it. So I am just applying now. This is honestly just to prevent me from getting a pimple tomorrow. I don't usually wear makeup if I'm not working, but today I am working, so you all look somewhat presentable. I'm gonna go wash it off. Okay, so I just wiped that off, and now I'm going to do the Clean Magic Face Wash. Let's go. Okay, so I'm applying now. Okay, and now, oh, you immediately feel better. Okay, now I'm going to wash it off. Okay, and now I'm going to put on the Dreamy Dew Moisturize. This is my favourite part of my skincare routine, is then moisturising my skin after a long day. It needs refreshing, and that is what Florence does for my skin. Okay, so now that's on. I'm going to put, oh, my hands are slippy. Now I'm going to put on the Glow Yeah Lip Oil. Voila! Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching.
I mean, Millie Bobby Brown is a good actress, so I think that's how she was really good at influencing
Lucifer's too quiet.
people to buy her products. Or even Kylie was advertising for Sugar Bear hair, which are vitamins to like make your hair more smoother, or like, I don't know what the whole point of it was, but it was literally sugar. I don't think that vitamin did anything for your hair.
I think it was like collagen or something in it.
But mostly it's literally sugar. Literally people were eating it as a candy. They were like, oh yeah, let me eat this. Because it didn't really do much. Maybe like a little bit of significance to your hair. But other than that, it's just full of sugar. Also, I saw Khloe Kardashian on an ad for like medication. I don't know what it was for. But I don't know. I think it was like anxiety.
Jenner was in a Pepsi ad. That's all.
Oh yeah. I remember that Pepsi ad. Just because a celebrity is in it doesn't mean you should buy the medication because like, oh, it helped her anxiety.
Do you have anxiety? No. Shut the fuck up. Go outside. Live in the real
Go outside,
world.
touch some grass. But even in medication ads,
I have to say that.
literally the people, whatever they're doing in the ad has nothing to do with the medication itself. They're like going grocery shopping or swimming. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what does this have to do with taking the medication? Like feeling better, feeling peaceful, I guess. But literal ad for taking antidepressants, it's like the person is so happy. When we know that's like literally false advertising. Anyway.
Honestly, like, what person is happy? I'm sorry, they're depressed. They're not happy.
Yeah.
Like, depression is you being sad. Like, obviously not just that, but like, in the simplest terms, it's you being sad.
But like really, really, really sad, and to a point where you want to, you know.
Yeah, like, I don't think you're happy. I don't think you'd be laughing after taking one medicine. Oh my
and even
goodness.
it's like it takes a while with the medication to get used to it and your body like taking the medication and getting used to it. So it's not like easy. One day you take a pill, oh, you're feeling amazing. Like you could take over the world, and it doesn't work that way, sadly. Because if there was like a pill that would make you happy, oh, I'd be popping those every day. Like, oh, give me the medication that will take away my social anxiety. Give me that. Give me that right now. I would pop those every
I
day.
wish there was medicine to fix everything, because girl, I'd be taking 100 pills a day, hoping
Yeah.
not to overdose.
I would literally overdose off of those. You know, mixing some alcohol. Woo! I'd be off the rails.
Effie,
Oh, yeah. Going off like medication and all that stuff, self-diagnosing that you see, of course, on TikTok. TikTok has good and bad sides to it. And just mental health. Just because you have a few symptoms doesn't mean you can automatically assume that you're part
Go
of
to
the
a doctor.
spectrum. Yeah, get professionally diagnosed. Like I told you before, there was an autism test on my For You page that you just saw a part of someone's eyes and you had to detect what emotion they're expressing, and you had like 4 choices. And it was obviously like an angry styled face behind the eyes. And it was like happy, sad, angry, or like disappointed. I chose angry, and it was like happy. Bitch, I know you're fucking lying. And then like all of the answers I got wrong, well, like except like for 2. And if you got like 4 or more
Okay.
wrong, you're autistic. Like don't listen to those
They're
tests.
not.
Don't listen to
They're
them.
made by a bunch of 12-year-olds on the internet. Do not trust
No,
them.
that was made by a grown man. Probably for views and likes
Yeah, probably.
to spike up some controversy, drama. Lots of people just faking Tourette's syndrome or multi-personality disorder to get views.
Weird, it's weird, it's weird.
Hi, I am Bunny. Hey, what's
No.
up? It's C. I'm Oliver.
What is the one name that you'll never ever name your child?
Billy. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, anything that's like a very used name, like Robert. No, but I love Robert Pattinson.
I'm sorry, imagine just having a child like this, be like, oh my gosh, Robert.
Like, see, that's like an old man's name. But then you
Yeah,
hear
but
Robert
then again-
Pattinson, and you're like, he literally has the
Then
name
again,
Robert.
You have to name your children something like that
Yeah.
for them to have a fitting name when they're older. 'Cause
But
it's
then again, see, like,
hard.
his name sounds better in like an English accent, like Robert. Ew. Never mind. Scratch
I'm just
that.
saying the Robert.
Sounds worse in both ways. But it's so easy to see people faking it. Like, just
Oh, it is 100%.
like, why are
Come
you
on, you can
embarrassing
tell
yourself
the
like that?
difference. I hate embarrassing myself. It makes me want to cry.
It just
Or
makes
I hate crying in front of people, because then I feel like I embarrass myself in front of people.
yeah.
So,
If I were to have a
oh no.
therapist, I would not be able to cry. I would be like, I'm
No,
fine.
because I've cried in school before, right? And I hated it because people noticed, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I hated it. I was so embarrassed. I remember once I threw up in woodwork. This wasn't in Ireland, this was in England. And I was so embarrassed, I didn't want to go to school. And I didn't go to school for like a week, just because I threw up in school.
Mom, I threw up. It
And
makes
then my
people
friend was like, it's so cool, like, it's not that embarrassing. I'm like, is it? I'm like, continue.
it makes people with the actual illness or disorder taken less seriously by other people because there's so many people faking it, and that sucks.
Go to a doctor. That's
You
all
know
I
what
have
it
to
reminded
say.
me of? What's her
Trisha.
name? No, not Trisha. Oh, I forgot about her like faking stuff.
I'm Korean, guys. I
I'm not racist because I eat rice. I don't think that's how it works.
think it was Korean or Chinese. I don't remember anymore.
It reminds me of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. How her mom literally like got Make-A-Wish donations to build them a house and like take them to Disneyland. I mean, honestly, she was smart, but it sucks that she made her daughter purposely ill when her daughter was
Sorry, why would
perfectly
you name
fine.
your fucking child Gypsy? A part of Romanian people are known as gypsies. So why the fuck would you want to name your child that? Like, especially since not many people like gypsies. It's not racist to say. I hope it's not.
Racist.
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't
some people on
know.
TikTok are like gypsy is a slur, but then again,
Yeah.
it's TikTok, so you can't trust it.
Like I said,
I need to Google that.
oh, I can't show those for
Yeah,
free. I showed my foot. I'm gonna blur that.
I don't know. This just says, who are the Roma? What is anti-gypsyism, anti-Ziganism, Romophobia?
Oh my god, Romophobia. What the fuck is that?
Being homophobic.
Because the only way she could escape her mom was by literally killing her. That's how.
Wait, what? She killed her mom.
Well, no, she made someone else do it. So it's like second-degree
Oh.
murder. But
Oh, I'm just like,
she had to face so many years of abuse. No wonder. Like, I would want my mother to die too if I had to be put through that.
okay, so from what I understand, it's not racist to use. Okay.
All right. Good. Now we're going to be questioning our morals / ethics with moral
I think I
dilemmas
need to lie on this one.
and answering psychology tests. And we're going to compare both of our answers. I'm so sorry. What the fuck is that? What wig was she wearing? Oh my god. Free Gypsy Rose. The first psychology
Mhm.
test is the test that determines how you are in a relationship.
Only this time, this is a love test. Answer this honestly and do not skip ahead. You will not know what's going on. So, number 1. You're walking to your significant other's house. There's 2 roads to get there. A straight path that'll take you there quickly, but it's really plain and boring. Or the other one that is way longer, but is more of a scenic route. Which do you take?
I love scenic walks. Like I love walking with like a good view around. So this is hard. But realistically, I could just leave my house earlier.
Girl,
Get
you're
there.
thinking too much into this. I would just take the short path. I don't know, like quick
Yeah,
and easy.
no, I wouldn't.
Like just go
I
straight
take the
to
scenic one back home. You know.
yeah. Oh.
Number 2. On the way there, you see 2 rose bushes. There is a red one and there's a white one. You get to pick 20 roses for your significant other. Any color combination, okay? What number of white and red do you pick?
10 and 10.
Same, that's what I was thinking.
Actually,
I was thinking 10 and 10.
actually, I do not pick 20. I pick 19.
See, what I was thinking is both 10 white roses and 10 red roses because that's like equal, I suppose. But what about you?
Never give an even number of flowers to someone you love because that means they'll die soon. Because I've been raised my whole life on anything but funerals, bring an uneven amount of flowers because that is just luckier than bringing an even amount of flowers. So anytime I buy a bouquet or anything, I have to count the flowers and 100% of the time there's an even number because that's how they're made here. I have to get rid of one because I cannot. I do
Okay.
not want
But in
my
this
loved
situation,
ones to die.
I don't think we're thinking about death and uneven roses.
I don't care.
All right. That's your
I'll pick
answer.
19, not 20.
So 10 white roses and 9 red roses? Oh, okay.
Right, I-
You get to their house, and their family member answers the door. Do you ask that family member to go get your significant other, or do you just go get them yourself and walk to their room?
Family member. If they're there at the
Yeah, I
door,
know.
like I'm not gonna go into the
No.
room, like walk in like I know the place.
I'm
Like,
sorry. I'm sorry. I can't even do that to like my closest friends'
mhm.
houses. Like,
Unless they
no,
answer the door themselves, then yeah. Like, but it's a family
no,
member.
I can't even do that. I have to be like, I'm outside. Come outside and get me. I will not knock.
No, same. I'm like, hey, I'm here. Open the door, please.
Yeah, and then wait until they respond. I don't knock or anything. I might look like a weirdo, but I'm not knocking and having
Yeah.
their mom or dad come to the door or like their siblings. No, thank you.
But in this situation, just family member.
Ah,
Ask for them.
yeah.
Number 4. You decide to go up to your significant other's room, but you find out that they're not there. So you decide to leave the roses. So where do you leave them? Do you leave them on the bed or do you leave them on the windowsill?
Windowsill? I don't.
My first thought was desk, but then I guess windowsill. I
Yeah.
mean, actually, I don't think 19 roses would fit on a windowsill because windowsills are tiny, so the bed.
But that's like more romantic. I don't know. Like, I don't want them
Actually, that
thinking
was a
something.
windowsill. Yeah, the
It looks
windowsill.
more
Don't give
cleaner
them any
to
ideas.
me, honestly. Like,
Don't give them any ideas, you know?
true.
5. Skip to later on. Now it's time for bed. You and your significant other sleep in other rooms. So when you wake up in the morning, you go to their room to check on them. When you get in their room, is your significant other awake or asleep?
Awake.
Mine's like sleepy, awake. I guess. I don't know why I thought that.
Like, I don't know. I feel like if you're in a sleepover and you sleep in different rooms, don't go in the room when they're asleep unless you have to wake them up,
Yeah.
obviously. Like, try
Honestly,
to wait
I
for them
wouldn't.
to wake up and text you being like, hey, I'm awake, are you?
I wouldn't even
Or
be
like text them,
sleeping
are you awake?
in a separate room. Like, I would be sleeping in the same room as them. Like, um, that's how
Like,
I
why would
would
you go
like
to a
it.
sleepover and sleep in different rooms?
Hmm.
There's no point in that.
Literally sleep in the same bed if you're that close. Like,
If not, one sleeps on the floor, one sleeps in bed.
yeah.
Number 6. Now it's time to go back home. So which road do you take? Are you going to take the short, plain route or are you going to take the longer, scenic, more interesting route?
The longer one.
Like,
Yeah. It's much prettier. Like they
exactly.
said. Like I said at the beginning, I'd want to take the shorter one because I want to go to my significant other's house quicker. And then when I'm leaving, I'm going home. So I kind of don't want to leave as badly. So I would
Yeah,
want to look at a
listen.
pretty view while going back home. Now let's see what those answers mean for us.
Now it's time for the answers. So, for number 1, the road represents your attitude towards falling in love. If you take the short road, you fall in love more quickly. And if you take the longer road, then it takes a little bit more time for you to fall in love. Basically, it's not as easy for you. Number 2, the red roses represents how much you give in a relationship, and the white roses represents how much you expect in return in a relationship.
50-50 for me.
Yeah, I mean, at first it was like 50-50, but it was like even amount. No, thank you.
Yeah, you're thinking too much into it, like I said.
Yeah.
If you chose 18 red and 2 white roses, you give 90% and you expect 10% in return. Number 3, this represents your attitude towards fixing relationship problems. If you ask the family member to go get your significant other, you like to avoid your problems and hope that they will solve themselves eventually.
No, what?
Solve my problems. I'm just so awkward about being like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, like, I'll just walk into your house. That's disrespectful. Being invited in.
Yeah.
If you want to go get them, then you're more of a direct person and like to work out problems immediately. Number 4, the placement of the roses determines how often you like to see your significant other. Placing them on the bed means that you like seeing them a lot. Placing them on the windowsill means that you're okay with not seeing them as much.
No, that's not true. I would probably want to speak to them and see them on a daily basis.
I need attention. I almost said adventure. I was just like, wait.
Like I said, I just thought it would look neater on the windowsill. So,
It's also just less awkward. Like,
yeah.
I feel like if you leave, like, especially roses, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the bed, they get an idea of something they shouldn't be
Yeah,
getting an
hinting
idea
at
of.
something else.
Number 5. This represents your attitude towards their personality. If you find them asleep, then you like them the way they are. And if you find them awake, you expect your significant other to change for you.
I don't expect anyone to change for me. I change for other people.
Same.
Not the other way around.
I mean, I said sleepy awake, so it's like
You're
both.
in the middle.
Yeah. It depends. It actually could be like a positive change, you know?
I mean, if it's a positive change, obviously you'd want that. Like,
Yeah.
that's for it's not me.
Finally, number 6. The road tells you how long you stay in love. If you chose the short road, then you fall out of love easily. Versus
Oh,
you taking
good.
the long road, it takes you a longer time to fall out of love.
Yeah.
That's
Hold on,
pretty
you did it
true.
well.
Unless I get the ick, then I might just book it.
I
I
can
believe.
so easily.
Say,
Oh my gosh. I can get the ick so easily. You'll just say one word that doesn't sound right to me and I'll be like, bye.
honestly,
Being
like
way too nice.
acting cocky. Like, ew, don't. Like, there's a good sense of like
Being a
being
Capricorn.
confident,
I'm joking.
being confident within yourself, and then just like boasting about yourself. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah. Boast about me though. Yeah. Hype me up.
Give me all the attention in the world.
Yeah.
Being
Fuckboy
disrespectful.
TikToks. Being disrespectful too. And the fuckboy TikToks, no. If I saw you do that, I would block you and pretend you never existed. Or like
Being
if they
too
would
nice. It's not such a big ick for me. Like, don't be that nice to me. Like, obviously be nice to me. But don't be nice to me to the point where it just gets annoying.
like
bring
literally
that fun in,
Travis
like, with
Barker
no toxicity.
to Kourtney Kardashian. He's like, what do you want, babe? Do you want this? Do you want Ew! Stop. I can make my own decision. I don't need your help. Leave me to be independent.
Also, like, I'm sorry. Some like pet names, nicknames, I don't know what you'd call them. I can't do it. I can't do it with them.
Unless it
Some
comes
of them are so
naturally.
bad. Babe. Ew.
It's not that. But like hubby? What the
Okay.
fuck is a hubby? Baby. No, not baby. I'm literally
Okay, no, I don't mind that one
cringing.
too much, but like, no. Can we talk about the fact that girls call their boyfriends Baba and Baba literally means brother? Oh, I want to cry. This is
If my
disgusting.
significant other were like, let's kiss for a TikTok, stop. That's so awkward. No. Like it's so
No.
forced. No. Breaking up with you right then and there.
I'll just like never ask me that again, or I'll slap you. I'll become abusive towards you.
Slap you. Next psychology test.
Let's play a Japanese psychology game that ultimately tells you your personality. Imagine you're walking through the desert and you see a cube. How big is that cube?
Like medium.
I thought it was an ice cube.
Damn, that's a small cube. I mean, I thought of like a Rubik's cube kind of thing, like medium. I don't know why.
I thought it was an ice cube.
Okay.
What material is the cube made out of?
Water.
Glass.
Oh.
Water. I can't say like water because like it's the desert. It melts. So glass.
Yeah. Mine's like plastic,
Actually-
opaque.
But like maybe like actually never mind. No. I'm stupid.
How far is the cube from the ground?
It's on the ground.
Yeah, it's on the ground for
On
me
the
too.
ground.
In the sand.
Somewhere near the cube, imagine a ladder. Where is it in relation to the cube?
Leaning on it.
Yeah. No, built in it. Built.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what is the ladder made out of?
Glass.
Steel.
I remember you got me to pick up and I'm always like glass.
Picture a horse next to the cube and ladder. Is it wearing anything, like any reins, any saddles, anything like that?
Yeah.
Why would a horse be in a desert? I mean, yeah, have a saddle on it, I guess. But
Mhm.
I imagine the white horse with a black saddle.
Same. No, I thought about like a white horse and like calm and kind of just being
Yeah.
there.
And what is the horse doing?
Just sleeping.
It's like, I don't know how you, not like neighing, but like, I don't know, trying to communicate or something, like making noises.
Yeah, okay. Speaking.
Now imagine flowers somewhere in the scene.
What the fuck are the flowers coming from in the desert? And I thought of daisies.
I thought of like a bush, like a flower bush.
Daisies. I thought of daisies. Wow, that's so basic.
How many are there?
A
A
lot.
bush, a little bush of flowers. I don't know what bush of flowers grows in the desert, but
Yeah, I don't know how daisies grow in the desert, but a little tiny daisy field.
And how far away are they from the cube?
5 meters.
very close to one another. Like,
I'm sorry, I just imagining a cube is too much.
it sounds so unrealistic.
Lastly, there's a storm starting. How close is it to the cube, ladder, horse, and flowers?
Like, it's in the exact area of the fucking.
Immediately, I imagine like pretty far away. Like I could see it in the back.
For me, it was like I'm just in it, so the cube and everything's there. So.
Are you scared of it?
No, I know.
I'm nervous, kind of like anxious. I don't know.
I don't mind storms. So I don't care.
So here's where it determines your personality. The size of the cube is the size of your ego.
Oh,
Okay, mine's small, so
yeah, mine's
good.
not that bad.
The transparency of the cube shows how open you are with people.
So does that mean like I just open up to people easily? Because mine's made of glass, so I open
Yeah.
up. True.
Mine is like you gotta break it in, kind of.
Glass is really easy to shatter. So
Yeah, but for me, like I chose some type of plastic material, so it's not that easy to just.
yeah,
I guess
a bit
like
of work.
I have to get to know you before opening up. Yeah,
And the closer it is to the ground, the more grounded you are.
good. So we're grounded.
The distance between the ladder and the cube shows how close you are to your friends.
Also, my friends are built in me. Ew, this sounds so weird.
Yeah, they can lean on me anytime they want. I love
Yeah.
to help them and support them.
If this ladder is leaning against the cube, that means that your friends can lean on you when they need help. The sturdier the material, the stronger your bonds to people.
Who's made of glass?
Ooh. Yeah, one wrong move and it's over.
But then again, it depends on the type of glass. 'Cause there's
Yeah.
different types of glass. You know?
Depends how durable it is. So
The horse being tied up or saddled means that you like more control in a relationship.
Oh,
I guess I don't know. Is
I
that
don't
good or
think
bad?
so. I don't know. I don't like being controlling. No.
I don't know. There could be pros to it, like knowing your worth, I guess.
And the wilder you like the horse, the wilder you like your relationships.
So
Pretty stable.
yeah.
The more flowers that you picture, the more kids you want.
Oh.
Like
What? Did you imagine a field?
a small little.
Oh. I like
So I only want like up to 3. I don't want any more than
Yeah.
3. That's not a lot.
but you really like children, so I think that's could
Yeah,
be a
that's
part of it.
children.
So
Probably.
And the closer they are to the cube, the more you're thinking about kids.
Should have been in the cube for me then.
The storm represents stress. The closer and more threatening, the more stressed you currently are.
Damn, you're stressed out like every day. I'm pretty
Oops.
like I'm stressed out at a distance, I guess.
I'm stressed out, but I don't care about it, apparently.
Don't answer the poll yet, it's time for another moral dilemma. This one is about the ethics of lying. I want you to imagine for a moment that you are an incredibly famous restaurant critic. and you spend most of your time going to different restaurants and rating their food.
Can I just say I'd love that job?
Yeah, that would be fun.
And recently, you marked down a restaurant for having poorer quality food than you thought that they would have. And the restaurant, a few months later, invites you back to taste their dishes again, and they claim that they have improved. You go to the restaurant and you try their new dishes, and they are some of the best that you've ever had. And immediately, you want to meet the chef. But when you go inside the kitchen, you discover that the head chef is actually a rat with the magical power to make delicious food. And you discover that this rat's gang of other rats have personally assaulted a health inspector for the government to prevent them from finding out and warning the rest of the restaurant before you ate the food prepared by the rats. Would you lie to the people by omission and not tell them that their food was prepared by a rat?
Yeah.
Yes, I love ratatouille.
If the food's good, I'm happy. Like, that's the point. Like, I'm not gonna rat out the rats. Get it? Pun intended. So yeah, I would
I
lie.
think it's Ratatouille. It's a good movie.
And honestly, they went against the government, so go rats.
Exactly.
Don't answer the poll yet, it's time to play a famous game. It is called the Ultimatum Game, and it straddles the line between psychology and economics. I'm
I don't like economics.
going to explain the rules of the game, and then you need to make your choice. You and I are sitting alone in a room.
I wouldn't sit in a room with you.
An experimenter has given me $100, and I am allowed to split that $100 with you however I so choose. I could give you $20, $30, $50, $80, even the full $100. And it is up to you to decide whether you want to accept or reject my offer. If you accept my offer, we both keep the money, split the way that I have decided. So if I give you 20 and you accept, then you get 20 and I keep 80. If you reject, neither of us gets any money. I've decided to give you $5 and keep $95 for myself. Do you accept or reject my offer?
Money is money, but like, I get less than you, and that's not fair. But
then again, you could accept it, beat him up, and take all of his money and run away.
oh, thinking outside of the box, I
Stab
see.
them. Yeah, so I'd accept, kill him, or
Oh,
like make him unconscious, and then just take his money.
yeah. I would accept it, honestly. I'll be grateful. Sure.
Yeah.
Or like kill him, like you said.
I just feel that something immaculate with that.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but something.
You're involved in a two-car crash accident that happened on the morning of you going to work.
I don't have a job.
In this accident, you accidentally hit and kill a pedestrian. As you get out of your car, you're intercepted by a tearful woman who seems to think that she is the one who hit the pedestrian. You're not sure why she thinks that she hit the person, but you know she is 100% convinced she did. There's only you, the woman, and the person that you hit on the ground, and no witnesses. All of a sudden, a police officer shows up. You know whoever is going to be deemed responsible will most likely go to jail. So you are left with two options. Option A, confessing your responsibilities, knowing that you wouldn't be able to live with the guilt of someone innocent going to jail for a
Who
crime
said I
you
wouldn't be
committed.
able to live
Or
with the
option
guilt?
B, let the woman take the blame, because jail is not the move.
Option B, obviously.
If she thinks she did
I
it,
don't care.
she did it. She thinks it herself. So why do I have to like confess to anything?
No. And I hope that pedestrian is someone I hate.
Honestly, like, you did it for me. You know,
Exactly.
honestly, she's just
I'm a
helping
good actor.
out.
I'll play him protecting out. Yeah,
Easy.
just helping.
Like, what guilt? Like, you're the one who's
I wouldn't
doing.
even have guilt. I'm sorry. I would be a responsible driver if I'm driving, and
True.
it would have been the person's fault for walking in front of a fucking moving car. So
Literally, it wouldn't have
Wouldn't have
ever
guilt.
happened in the first place. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, me killing a person? Yeah. Okay.
no.
Never would happen.
Oh,
Last and final. test.
Don't answer the poll yet, we're going to be playing another famous game called the Prisoner's Dilemma. Now I'm sure that many of you have heard of this one before, but we're going to do the basic version first before moving on to more complex variations. You and your friend have just robbed a bank, but the police caught you and take you back to the police station. Trust me, we've all been there.
We've all been there, what the fuck?
The police split you and your friend up into one of 2 different interrogation rooms, so you have no opportunity to communicate with your friend. If you and your friend both don't confess, the police only know enough to put you away for 1 year. However, they offer you a deal. If you confess and your friend doesn't, your friend will be put away in jail for 10 years and you get to walk free right now. But if your friend also confesses, then both of you go to prison for 6 years. You know that your friend has been offered the same deal, so you need to base your decision on what you think that they will choose.
Depends on the friend.
I feel like before going in, if we have that strong of a connection together, I think we would not confess. We would go only for 1 year.
Yeah.
So like that's the least out of all the sentences. Because if we
Obviously. No, that'd be the smartest because you don't want to risk you both going to jail for 6 years.
Mhm.
But obviously you don't want to go to jail. But then again, it's better to go to jail for 1 year than
6.
risk you going for 6. Yeah. So.
And honestly, if they rat me out, oh, I'm gonna sue them.
No,
I know.
literally. Like,
Right.
if they confess, right, or something, it's their fault, not yours.
But then
if
you're
they-
gonna be the one to go to jail if you don't confess.
Yeah, but the thing is, you could be like, you have no proof I did this. You
Yeah.
could argue it.
I would get the best lawyer there is, so suck
Exactly,
on
so.
that, bitch. Yep, that's all. I hope you enjoyed our answers.
I didn't. I realize how bad of a person I truly am.
At least we admit it. Ah!
True.
In the end, we have to sooner or later realize that it's all right to be different and unique. You don't gotta copy everyone.
It's okay to be unique unless you're a furry, then please go die in a hole. I'm against furries.
Very strong opinion
That is
there.
very weird. And I
It
don't care
depends
about
though,
it. I
like
hate them. But if you don't push it onto me, and if you don't talk to me about it, and don't show me that you dressed up as one,
yeah.
or like, as long as I
Honestly,
don't know about it, I'm okay.
how the fuck do they even get into that? Like,
Bestiality.
oh,
That's the only
yeah.
reason I can think of. That's why I don't want them near me.